My name is Kaylee Adamson, and I want to make a difference in the world. My video documentary topic is women's rights. Now, most people don't worry about this problem because they think it has been solved since the women's suffrage in the early 1900s. Did you know that 15% of the countries in the world don't allow women to vote and they don't have the same education as men do? I would first like to focus on this topic locally. So I went to the UVU Women's Success Center and met with the head of the board.
Hi, my name is Ann Wyrapo. I work here at the Women's Success Center. I'm the senior director, and I love working with young students who want to finish their degrees. The Women's Success Center was founded here several years ago by President Matthew Holland so that we could address the issue that Utah has at being one of the lowest states in the union to actually have females graduate with degrees. Several of the reasons that young women in particular don't commit to their own graduation is that they tend to believe, number one, that they won't need to work necessarily. They also tend to drop out if they have children or if they start a family through marriage, which is a wonderful thing, but it doesn't have to mean the end of their education. We try to help them see it as multiple opportunities kind of at one time, and there are options for how to continue in your coursework. And one of the other reasons I think is that sometimes we don't believe in ourselves, and we need to know that we have value and that our education is every bit as important as a man's.
Whoever said a girl can't play a sport? I asked a few female athletes about their story.
Where am I going? My name is Lindsay, and I swim for the Mountain View varsity swim team.
Play hockey on the Utah Lady Grizzlies.
And I play softball at Mountain View High School.
I started playing hockey when I was about 10 years old because my dad and my older brother, they played, and all my sisters in my family play, so that's why I got started on it.
I decided to play it because, one, it was fun, and two, because not a lot of girls play it.
So I used to play on an all-boys team. Well, it was technically co-ed, but since not very many girls play hockey, I was the only girl on the team. And even though I was one of the best ones on the team, and I was like the starting forward and everything, the boys would still be really rude about me being a girl playing hockey, and they would say, like, girls shouldn't play hockey, and like, they would always just make fun of me and make rude comments, and it would always really bother me because skill-wise I was a lot better than them, but they would just always say those kind of things to me because I was a girl.
My event in swimming is the 500 freestyle, and I remember all the guys saying, "Oh, Lindsay can't get this on time because she's a girl, and it's just totally impossible just because she's a girl." And in St. George, I actually did get the time, and I proved them all wrong, and just blew them out of the water, so eat it, boys!
I would like to now focus on outside of America. The Days for Girls organization has been helping girls in Africa for years now. I was able to meet with one of their representatives and do a service project for them.
My name is Ann Lewis, and I live in Orem, Utah, and I am a chapter leader for the Utah Valley Days for Girls organization. We started this chapter about 6 months ago, and we have been organizing and mobilizing women all around Utah and Salt Lake Valleys to help make kits for Days for Girls. Days for Girls is an organization that was started about 5 years ago in Washington State by a woman named Celeste Mergens. She was involved in humanitarian work in Africa, and she was trying to help in orphanages and help improve the quality of life there. And as she was doing this work, one night she was awakened out of a dead sleep, and these words came into her mind: ask them what they do for feminine hygiene. And she immediately thought, well, that's not something we talk about. What do you mean? And she was kind of troubled by it through the night, and the next day when she went to meet with a group of women in a women's council in a village, and that impression came again to her to ask these women what they did about feminine hygiene. So she got up her nerve and she asked them. And these women looked at her like, what are you talking about? what do you mean? What do you mean feminine hygiene? And she said, well, what do you do when you have a period? And she learned as she visited with them and talked with them that when these women had their periods, they stayed at home. They sat on a piece of cardboard on their dirt floors in their mud huts and they bled for a week. And she realized that girls in high school and middle schools were missing a week of school every month because if they didn't have any way to protect themselves, they had to stay at home. So there are lots of jobs that go into every part of this kit making, and it's a lot of fun. We're finding that anybody who works on these kits kind of falls in love with the project and wants to continue helping and making these. It's a life-changing thing, not just for the girls who receive the kits, but it also is a life-changing thing for those of us here. Because every time we go to the store and buy the products we use, we think, wow, we're so lucky. We have sit-down toilets, we have running water, we have sanitary products, we have anything we need to stay comfortable. And thinking and remembering these girls in Africa who don't have the things we have makes us all the more grateful here too.
Whether you're a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter. We're all equal and no gender is dominant over the other because we're all human.